People, what's good? What's happening? What's going on? It's me, Brian B. We got some sponsorships as well as partnerships here at the Beeline Entertainment LLC, and I want you to check them out right now. Let's go! People, check out Upsurge Magazine. That's right, brand new magazine hitting the scene, and it's got a whole bunch of content creators and news and information and important people that you need to know about. That's right, supporting businesses and all. We gonna talk about it. Upsurge Magazine, check them out today. Check out Coley's Vegan Treats. Love is in the air, and so is the sweet scent of their vegan Valentine's Day treats. Perfect for treating yourself or someone else. Visit www.coleysvegantreats.com and place an order today. People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for. Everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go! All right, maybe you couldn't hear me. Now you can hear me, though. What up, guys? Yo, check it out. It is WTW Wrestletalk Wednesday. It's your boy, Brian B. Back at it. Leader of the STR Nation, holding it down. Yo, we going to be talking that wrestling. We missed last week, and I missed y'all. But there's a lot to talk about this week, so we gotta get a lot covered, man. Yo, listen, hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. It's a lot going on, a lot of talk, man. We in Mania season, yo. It's WrestleMania time. This is when everything gets ramped up, especially around WWE, because, you know, they host WrestleMania. So we definitely got a lot to talk about, including, like, is it Mania season? Yo, I'm having to look around a little bit because it's quiet for WrestleMania season, man. But yo, be that as it may, I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I want to remind you, if you haven't already, please go ahead, head on over to YouTube and like and share and subscribe to the channel, because we got a lot of stuff going on. You know, we don't just do this wrestling show. On Tuesday, we got the Beeline Web Show. On Thursdays, we got the Beeline ENT. Hope you guys are hearing me all right. My my volume and stuff went crazy for a minute, but it doesn't matter. We gonna talk. Y'all hear me. Y'all know where I'm at. You can hear me wherever I am without this microphone. But it's the STR Nation in the building. Let's go.
RSTR.
Yeah, that's right. Check it out, man. Listen, we back in the building. Hey, how have you guys been feeling, man? I mean, you know, like I said, you know, I'm doing a lot of searching for media and content and stuff like that. If you guys, you know, thank you so much for following us on Facebook, on Twitch, and on Twitter and TikTok and everything. But you know, you see, there's a big community, man, with wrestling. And one of the most fun parts about this has been meeting new people and just, like, you know, diving in with all these different people who love this content just like we love it. So you know, just seeing everybody's like engagement and their interesting points of views and perspectives and storytelling, it's been a lot of fun, man. I've been having fun, just like, kind of, even when I'm debating people. It's just it's a whole nother realm lately, man. So I want to shout out everybody who's in the IWC, internet wrestling community. For the layman, yo, check it out. I ain't by myself. Yo, we know he gonna stop up in the building. Yo, we got my boy Slim Jefferson. What up, Slim?
What's up, man?
Chilling, man. Glad to have you, man. It's WCW, man. We back at it. I know everybody been we all been like recovering, man. Everybody been sick. And how you feeling? You feeling better?
Oh man, I'm finally 100%. I don't know what that was. My lady said it was most likely the flu, so it couldn't hold my baby girl for about 3 4 days, but 100% better now. Thank God.
Good.
It took it took forever to get my appetite back, man. It was just like, ugh.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know what's going on. It's like a lot of people. We got 3 kids in our house for now, so it's like when the teens go out, they go to school, and they're around all the other eighth graders and stuff like that. So they, who knows what they're doing. We tell them all the time, stay away from people, but you know how it is. They be hugging each other and up on each other's face, and so they come home and bring home every damn thing. But yeah, me and my wife, we kind of just like playing ping pong because now she had something. She stayed home the last couple of days, and now I'm getting something again. So I don't know, man. Whatever. We here. We
Yeah,
talking wrestling. STR baby. I'm excited about tonight because we missed last week. But I know there's a lot of shit to talk about, man. How you feeling about wrestling right now?
great, man. Especially after yesterday with Moose finally crossing the line and getting his one-on-one confrontation with Obafemi. I think we've been asking for that for a long time, and
Yeah,
so we get the Hardy Boys returning next week to face
look,
um to get a face to face with Fraxium.
that's
So I
right.
mean,
Looking forward to that too.
oh yeah, I mean it's been crazy. I mean, Jay and Gunther set for Mania, Tiffany and Charlotte set for Mania. Um, we're getting Sammy and KO for the 50, 100, 11th time
Yeah.
at Chamber. It's just like kind of one of them rivalries that never ends.
Yeah, we're gonna break down all of that because that's a lot of stuff that I want to get into in this episode. I know like I said, I know we didn't come in last week, and like a lot of stuff actually happened last week as well. So we're gonna touch bases on all of that because I got some questions to ask, and I want to hear your opinions on it as well as I know you got some stuff you probably want to ask as well. Like you said, man, getting everything that you just said in total, like what I heard a lot of is NXT has been on fire, man. NXT has been on fire. As far as the joining with TNA. Remember, WWE joined with TNA, not really NXT. So it's like, but it seems like TNA is getting a lot of the benefits so far because you got Jordan Grace coming on the scene. On top of a stacked women's division over there. You have like you saying the Hardys are coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like to go up against Faxium, a dominant tag team that has been definitely taken seriously because
Yep.
their matches are phenomenal and they're a legitimate tag team, bro. So it's like it's really crazy that we have all of this dynamic happening in NXT, man. Do you think that NXT is outshining the main roster right now?
A little bit, just
Yeah,
because like right now, main roster focus is getting every storyline ready for that road to Mania. Like
yeah,
anybody on the main roster, that's the only thing that anybody's talking about right now. Getting on that card for Mania, and with NXT being quote unquote developmental, I think they have a little bit more freedom to do stuff like they're doing now. And I
yeah.
mean, it can translate more. We didn't expect to see Jordan Grace in that Rumble last year, and then
That's right.
that led to another Rumble appearance and those appearances on NXT. And I mean, I think it's good if you're a wrestling fan because a lot of people always wonder like give me so and so against so and so, and that was like almost like a dream a couple of years ago before we actually had partnerships like this. I mean, you never would thought you would see the X Division title on WWE programming ever
That's
because this
right.
was like 2015 or something like that, and we're
Yeah.
getting we're getting interactions. Um, I do think that I don't know if it will happen sooner rather than later. This does open the door if Tessa Blanchard can get her head on straight. This does open the door for a lot for that division because I mean, despite her racial undertones. She's good at what she does. You can't
Yo,
deny how
she got a little
good she
Spanish
is.
boyfriend over there. I saw.
Yeah.
She ain't that racist, I guess.
But I mean, I think that that was cool. I mean, we got friggin' Santino Marella back on WWE television.
You saw that,
Nobody
right? With his
ever,
daughter.
yeah. And God, that's his kid all day. She looks just like him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's, that's insane. But I mean, I love it, man. And I just think that we'll get more interactions. This might be a long shot. This might be a good way for Dana Brooke to get herself back in the game. She's over there at TNA right now. She can cross the line maybe. She could just get a little bit more. She's missing something. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna say she don't work hard. Think
Yeah.
that I think that she has a hard time finding a good mic presence. And I
Yeah,
think that
just to just to pull back the reins a little bit, I want to say that one of the major topics we have tonight that we're going to talk about is just what you're talking about right now. The dynamic that's happening right now, we do have this new access to having, all these different promotions kind of involve each other, especially with WWE programming. That never ever happened. WWE was always the top of the mountain, and everybody else was kind of just reaching up, or they didn't want anything to do with it. But now that they're being more like, involving and open to, collaboration, it's a whole new world. And I want to talk about that. We're going to definitely dive into that. But Slim, let me ask you a couple questions. You know how we do on the show lately. We come on, we're gonna ask a couple questions and get our viewpoints. I think it's just us tonight. Um, but check it out. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this guy. Now we know he came on the scene and kind of shocked a lot of people. Bad taste in their mouth, and now kind of he's still kind of stirring up some drama. But I gotta ask you, bro, Mr. Logan Paul, do you think that people at this point are they loving to hate Logan Paul, or do they just hate Logan Paul? Let's get your opinion on it first, and then we'll dive into some of the topics with him right now. Why I wanted to talk about this today.
think it I think it's 50-50. I think if Logan Paul just solely based off the social media influence, a lot of people don't like him based off of that for some of his more controversial things he did back in the day.
Yeah,
Now, if you look at him as a wrestling fan, I think you just love to hate him because we never seen somebody quote unquote from quote unquote that's an outsider pick this up as quickly as he has. I
yeah,
mean,
true.
you started off in a tag team match with the Miz and Mania, and then you propelled that into I think it was a match with Seth Rollins next, and then you fought Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia for like your third match, which
That's
is
right.
like crazy and insane and unheard of. And one can argue, just based off his personality at the time, he made the U.S. title more relevant than it had ever been talked about for a long time, just because
Yeah,
he had it. So
true.
my thing is, and if he's done it like he said he's done it, if he actually sits down and says, "Hey, I want to dedicate my life to this, like go full force, go all in," then he can go to the top of the sport.
Yeah,
He knows how to talk on the mic. Um, he's got the aura. He's got the entrance. His move sets are really good, even though I think the timing with him and Ray was off this past Monday.
yeah,
Um,
it was. I saw that too.
but I mean, my thing is though, like he's a natural athlete, and I mean, he can put on a show. He can make you hate him. I don't think he should ever be a babyface. I don't think nobody wants to cheer for him. But I mean, I
So
think I think I think the sky's the limit.
yeah, yeah, and you know something, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think from the beginning, I think that we've kind of been, especially on this show, like we've kind of been um understanding that Logan Paul, he's something different. He's definitely something different. He came into the game, like you said, and he was good, bro. And the thing that stood out even more than him just being good is that so many people wanted him to fail. And that shit has carried over, like you said, from his internet personality and stuff like that. He's very arrogant, very cocky, and he comes off and he's just one of those guys that you really just fucking don't like, man. You don't like him. You don't like him even more when he's doing well because, he's going to let you know just how well he's doing. Now, with that being said, I've always been a supporter. I'm like, listen, I don't care what nobody's saying about Logan. Like, yo, he gets in that ring, he draws. I literally see Logan Paul as one of the people that can put asses in seats, man. Put asses in seats. He's entertaining as shit. He's good on the mic. He's good in there's not much. He's got outside connections. His shit goes viral every time he does something. He's literally a draw, man. The definition of draw at this point. But starting to see some of the antics that that's happening around Logan Paul. Recently, I think he was coming out. I forgot. I'm not sure if it was a Saturday Night Main Event. He goes in the crowd. You saw him on one of these Monday Night Raws. He ripped up a sign, which heels do. But then at one point he broke a kid's camera, just took it and smashed it on the ground, and and we're starting to see these different things. Another big thing, apparently, I had the thing queued up here, but I don't think I have it right now. But recently, I guess there was some kind of I don't know if it's a work or whatever, but it was some kind of confrontation between him and Tiffany Stratton, where basically he was saying something to Tiffany Stratton in the back room, and they kind of took it as like maybe he was kind of flirting with her a little bit, or maybe taking his character too far. And they said Ludwig kind of got pissed off at it or whatever. It could be a work, but I know she had an appearance that she was supposed to appear on Impulsive, and she canceled. So did you hear about that?
I did not. That
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I feel like, I've been hearing a lot of people talk, and people are starting to definitely they're not able to hide the shit anymore. Like, yo, the dude's good, man. You can say whatever you want. But I do feel like instead of just yo, he's a heel, but we like watching him, like we ready to see him, because you got heels like that. You got heels that you love. Like, I love this guy. I love to hate him. But I do feel like people are still kind of like, man, fuck Logan Paul. And to a degree of if he bounced, I don't think people would miss him. And I kind of
Oh,
think
really?
that that's a problem, bro. I think that's the problem, because even if you are a good bad guy, you still want people to want to see you. You still want people to want to come and you're on a main event card. You headline in WrestleMania, and instead of people be like, man, I can't wait to see him get his ass kicked. It's more like, man, fuck this guy. I don't want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely a difference. So it's interesting with him, man, because he's really talented. Like, do you think that there's anything he could do different? Because you said right off the bat, like, you can't even see him being a baby face. Do you think there's any kind of caliber where he may be able to transition?
I think that the only way that he can be a babyface is the person he's working with has to be more hate. People have to hate the person he's working with more than him. And there's not a
Mm,
lot of people. There's not a lot of people on that roster that can honestly fill a role like that.
yeah, yeah, I fully agree with you. I really think, like I said, it's one of the things we're going to be talking about. But I really do think that right now in WWE, and I'm just going to flat out say this shit, I think more than anything, they don't have a talent problem. They have a writer's problem. I think
Yeah,
there's a big thing with WWE right now where it's like they have a lot of detail, they got a lot of people, they have a lot of stuff, but they don't got a lot of story. And for a company that is supposed to be known for this, remember, we say it all the time, right? But guess who just came on fucking Impulsive and said it? Michael Cole. Michael Cole came out and said it flat out. He said, look, Netflix picked us up because they see we're more than a wrestling company. Vince McMahon was saying that shit forever. We're not just wrestling. We don't even want you to say wrestling. We're not
yeah,
just a wrestling company. We're an entertainment company. And you have to understand that shit. it's really interesting having these people like, Logan Paul, who is an entertainer, man. He's a fucking entertainer. Even
Yeah,
I Show Speed and all these guys. Then you see guys like, Ricochet and even Julia and them on in NXT, which put on phenomenal matches. But you have to have a type of presence in WWE to make an impact, to be impactful, man,
yeah,
for the long term, especially. So
right.
it's real interesting, man. Oh, Henry, what up, Henry? Logan is too much of an asshole for him to be a babyface. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, that's true. I mean, that is definitely true. He is an asshole, but too much of an asshole. Any good story creator can flip anything, man. Can
yeah,
flip anything. The dude is a draw, man. Write the right fucking story, like you said, Slim. Let the right person be on the other side of the ring from him, and let
yeah,
him come out and be talking this cocky stuff, and then somebody comes out and interrupts him. Look at the Miz, your boy. Look at the Miz, your boy. Be for real.
yeah,
There ain't too many more cocky, arrogant people on that damn microphone
yeah,
than the Miz.
yeah.
So
I think
it's a possibility.
it's like it's like this. Like if you had a program with Logan Paul and somebody like MJF, MJF would be more hated than Logan Paul.
I can
He
see
could
that.
play that. He could play that babyface role. Or if you really like, it's just like you said, Miz could do it. But I mean, Miz is kind of like he can go either way. Miz could, destroy you on the mic and be a babyface at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah,
But if you
yeah.
let Miz be a heel, he just goes for the jugular and can really just take you down.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, Miz one of those guys where he's very well rounded, but he is definitely his heel work is going to be legendary. They too
Oh,
focused on being on the mainstream instead of focusing on building a storyline. Hey, listen, bro, listen. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that right now. That's why we're gonna talk about it more in a minute, more on this exact topic. But yeah, I definitely don't disagree with that, Henry. They are really focused. The whole Netflix deal. Remember how big that shit was, and now that it's
yeah,
accomplished, it's kind of like, all right, nigga. Well, we in Mania season. Where it at? Like,
exactly.
yeah. So but that's interesting, man. I just thought that would be a nice little icebreaker because Logan Paul, he gets a lot of hate, but the dude is talented. And I'll tell you right now, as far as the place to be for him, WWE is exactly it. Because I mean, he
Yep,
fits in like a glove, man. The way he does stuff, the aura, everything. They showed the clip earlier when he was at the Elimination Chamber last year when he was over there in the thing and he was drawing on the thing, talking to the camera. Bro, he's perfect for it. Perfect
yep.
heel. But let's go ahead and jump into the next topic. So we got one more question before we jump into more topics. We got a lot of topics to talk about tonight. Hall of Fame, man. We got some Hall of Fame information. That's one of the another big exciting part of Mania season. You seeing who's going into the Hall of Fame, and of course, the first one that we had heard about was the one and only, the boss man himself, Triple H. Definitely really glad to hear that. How did you feel when you heard Triple H was going to be inducted?
About time.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
I think like it's like he said, he was never ever going to put himself in the Hall of Fame. But I
Yeah,
mean, when you look at if you take away the factions, if you take away Evolution, you take away DX. I mean, his singles career is Hall of Fame worthy.
for
Like
real.
the people he worked with, and it's easy to say that during his era, he was the top heel in that era. Like people hated Triple H. Like
Oh yeah.
Jr. cussing him out after every match. But when Triple H was champion, you know how hard it is to stand out in the Attitude Era with all those stars, and he
All those
actually did it.
personalities. Hell yeah.
Yep. Like Rock, Undertaker, Kane, Big Show, friggin' Brock Lesnar in his prime. Like, well, not
Yep.
prime, his youth. Um, Kurt Angle. like in his prime. Like,
That's
that
right.
was not easy. And I mean, like, Triple H had the ability to just invoke such rage in you. Like, he made you hate him. Like, just knew all the right buttons to push and to say. Got away with a lot of stuff, for that era. If you go by today's standards. But I mean, he's earned it, man. He's earned it,
Yeah.
and I mean, I can't name you a boring Triple H match. He easily has the greatest street fight in wrestling history with Cactus Jack.
2000
Um,
Royal Rumble.
he has two great WrestleMania matches with Taker. I mean, the list goes on, man. But it's beyond deserved, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Triple H is my number 4 as far as favorite wrestlers of all time, man, and just probably my one of my favorite heels. Like you said, one thing that Triple H I don't feel gets enough credit for as well is he definitely, even though he was still kind of the same character, he reinvented himself, man. He reinvented himself throughout the whole. Remember, he started out as in WWE like Hunter Hearst Helmsley coming in and bowing and just being like the arrogant dude to amping
Mhm.
that up to being the DX, Degeneration X member with Shawn Michaels and just being the cocky, crazy wild guy or whatever. And then the transition to the game, the transition to Cerebral Assassin, then to Evolution with the suits and shit. We've watched this guy grow through his career, man. And like you said, like phenomenal stories, phenomenal on the mic to go all the way to the top and fucking run shit now. Yeah, bro. I mean, is there any better story? I think Triple H might have the greatest wrestling story of all time. Like, I don't think anybody can top the shit. But I wanted to ask, so we do know so far we got Triple H. We found out Michelle McCool was going to be in, which is good for her. That's Undertaker's wife. I don't want to say
Yeah.
nothing mean. I don't want to say nothing. Michelle McCool, maybe she was past my era. She was involved in an era where I wasn't as casual as a watcher as I was at that point when she was around with the late cool and everything like that. I know she's got history in the game, but
I say I hear a lot of people say they don't understand it, and my thing is, if you go back and look, what like her era, it is not, and I hate to say it, a lot of people use her era as the bathroom break spot
mm,
for a lot of the matches, and but to their credit, those ladies weren't given much to work with
yeah,
during during
that's
that
true.
time.
Yeah.
During that time, she got in trouble because their punches at one point looked better than the guys, and they said you got to go redo that because you can't be looking better than the men. So I think that for her era and what she had to work with, and I'll say this: the to me the best thing she ever did was lay cool, like
Yeah.
splitting a championship in half and running it like that was really really awesome. And I mean, a lot of people tend to forget that Michelle McCool is the one that came up with the Styles Clash. To be
Mm.
real with you,
Let me
I
bring
mean,
let me bring guys, check it out. We got STR Nation, baby. We got your boy in the building. Oos, Brandon Janelle. What up, B?
What up?
What up, brother? Good to see you,
yeah,
man.
man,
Good to see you. Yeah, you popped in right now. We actually just talking about Hall of Fame, man. We talking about we're gonna get to like our picks. Gonna do like maybe one or two that we like to see this year, but right now we're talking about the ones who just got inducted. And Slim was making a good point. Just kind of closed on saying that Michelle McCool, remember, she's the one that created that style. That's the first time I ever seen it. I didn't know that she was the innovator though, but that's really awesome, man.
yeah.
But
He's the first person I ever seen do that move before I even knew who AJ Styles was.
mm,
But
hey,
I mean, like, I just say that a lot of people are like gonna bitch and moan, like, oh, she only got in because she's Taker's wife, none of this, none of that. Like, nah, like for her era, and like I said, what she had to work with, she did the best of what she could. I
there you
mean,
go.
they were the sexy spot slash bathroom break during that era, and that's just what it was. Nobody took women's wrestling seriously. in the early 2000s or
That's
mid
true.
2000s like that. Nope, like it was, but you give them credit because like they still went out there and performed. Like
Yeah.
this is post Trish Stratus Lita like
Yeah.
era. Like
Right after.
this is after that. So it's like you know, and they broke barriers because they were
Yeah.
actually going out there and working their ass off
But
to
remember, they started
elevate.
off as the sex like we talking about. Trish Stratus and Lita was prime bra and panties matches. Was prime, shit getting ready for hot lesbian action and all that shit. Even Stephanie McMahon was in the ring getting the big ass titties and wearing them, having this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in that same era, it was like they were coming from the sexy shit and then having to prove that they can also wrestle. Hey, we not just tits and ass. We can also, get in the ring and throw down. Because before that, you had Sable, you had Sunny, you had like some people that was in there, and that's just talking WWE. You still had like Francine and shit, who was just taking pile drivers and was just more of kind of like an act, rather than like an actual wrestler. Alundra Blaze, you had a couple people, but you really had these girls who were more like sex objects who had to kind of go in the ring after that and be like, yo, we're more than that. Like, yo, we fucking, that's why like you say, trailblazers. Like, now the women nowadays, yeah, they beautiful. No, we watching, trust me, but they're not known for that. They're way more known for their in-ring abilities, and it's a great dynamic, man. B, how you feel, man? How you feel about the Hall of Fame so far? Then we're gonna get into like who we want to see. Like if we got a couple names we want to throw up on that list for this year.
Um, Triple H deserved it. Michelle McCool deserved it. Like they both deserve it. It's not like some crazy shit. I'm with y'all on the Michelle McCool was kind of like the first one that wasn't really like the divas they were putting out there. She
Yeah.
really was actually a wrestler.
Yep.
And then came like Beth Phoenix, and then now you got these women that you have now. But she was like the first one that could really just go out there and have a match.
Mm.
And it wasn't just on some bullshit. It wasn't like some 5 minute, okay, who gives a fuck? like who gives a
Jillian
fuck?
Hall
Yeah,
singing all weird and all that shit. Remember all
yeah,
that shit? Yeah.
yeah, that shit, yeah. But it was just like, nah, she could actually go out there and wrestle, and that was a good thing. I think we needed that at that time, and she was a trailblazer for what these women are now. Like you look at it now, she was the first one to kind of start that off.
Yeah. I
She
agree.
wasn't a joke. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And what a tough, like you saw, like Slim just said too. She was just on Chris Van Vliet show, or I always think I say his name wrong, but just on his show, just saying all that stuff, saying like, yeah, they were literally telling him like, yo, don't look better than the guys. Like we don't want you there. That's not what you're for, and stuff like that. And damn, what a position to be in, bro. Going to work and have to. Hey, did I do too good? I didn't do good enough. Like that middle realm, you got to try to put your like gray area. That's crazy, yo. Crazy work, man. But yeah, I mean, very interesting. I'm very excited to see who else they add. I had my ideas. There's some people that I think we talked about this, I think last year, but I would definitely really, really like to see them go ahead and finally throw my man Bam Bam Bigelow in there. Because I can't believe Bam Bam is not in the Hall of Fame. Definitely deserved. He was a staple. He's very known, as far as his look, his appearance. Big high flying dude, kind of similar to like a Vader, and doing moonsaults off the top rope and everything.
He's better than
But
Vader.
I think so too. Listen, you'll get no argument out of me. I think
He's better than
Yeah,
Vader.
Bam Bam was the diving
definitely more
headbutt.
athletic. Definitely
Listen,
more
Yeah,
all
athletic.
love, all love to Vader. Vader was one of the greats. That's not played. He's one of the greatest big men. But let's be 100. Like Bam Bam and Taz and ECW was the shit. Like let's keep it a
through
beat.
the stage. Oh
Yeah,
man,
man.
yo, that
Shit was
suplex through the
different.
stage.
Shit was different.
Yeah, it was, bro. It definitely was. Bam Bam would be a pick that I would say it's definitely due time. Like throw Bam Bam in there. And another one that I know that H is in there, so he's taking the head seat. But I definitely also feel like Lex Luger, man. Lex Luger's another one that I'm kind of shocked that I don't know if it's because of bad blood, past history, whatever. But Lex Luger should definitely be in the fucking Hall of Fame, man. After Hulk left, he held it down. The Lex Express, it was all corny, but he definitely was the front runner. And then when he went to WCW, he was a star fucking player, man. No, the
Well,
torture rack, one of the most, innovative submissions that we never saw before from anybody. I don't know anybody who did the torture rack before Lex Luger. So, those are my pick. Who you got, Slim?
I got two, and they might come from left field, but people gonna understand when I say it. Number one, because he's definitely a top 10 technical wrestler of all time, Lance fucking Storm.
Mm, okay.
Ooh.
I
Let's be
get it.
serious for a minute.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
the
I fucks that.
greatest mic presence. I understand that, but he didn't need to be. Like
He
his
was
in
good
the
with it
ring,
though. He was
his
good
his
with it though.
he played into that.
Yeah,
Just that dull face. Like, can I be serious for a minute? But this is the
exactly.
same guy who not only in the E, but I saw him hold three titles at once in WCW.
Mm,
I saw that man hold the IC and European title at once when he came to the E, and he's put on banger matches, and I think a very highly underrated match. Him versus Chris Jericho at that first ECW One Night Stand is a very
yes.
underrated match. So, I mean, give me Lance Storm. And another one, just based on his work, because it was comedy and seriousness, give Tajiri his due.
Yo, listen, no arguments at
The
all.
green mist, the spot, the tarantula submission, the funny ass stuff with Jonathan Coachman and William Regal,
Yes,
and you can put Tajiri with anybody, and he can work. And he was just like that buzzsaw kick. Wasn't nobody
Oh.
doing that?
that
Like
shit was
he was,
beautiful too.
he was knocking people's heads off.
Tajiri is a good one, bro. Listen. You know what? Just real quick before we get into B, Tajiri is, to be honest with you, is a beautiful kind of reference to show you what you can do with good story around a character who might not be able to speak English that well. And you're dealing with that a lot. So instead of just somebody needing to have a strong mic presence, even with Lance Storm, like we over here joking around, Lance Storm would get on the microphone. You know he was dull. Let me see if I can be serious for a minute. And you listened. You was ready to listen. Boom, motherfucker. But you heard what he said. And it was entertaining. Bro, listen, Tajiri is a good one, man. I love Tajiri and William Regal and even the matches. Remember, he fought Triple H when he was fucking champion.
Yep.
Tajiri was a work
Mm-hmm.
man. That's what's up. B, who you got?
I got like two too. I mean, my first one is just like Raven. I need
Another
Raven
one.
in the Hall of Fame. Somebody give
Yeah.
Raven a Hall of Fame. Somebody. Some fucking
What
body.
about me? What about
Yo,
Oh,
Raven?
Raven.
Raven, ECW, WCW. He didn't really spend that long in WWE, but Raven, Ring of Honor.
A lot
Seeing
of background
him,
work in WWE too, though, bro. People forget about that. He was a fucking manager in
yeah,
WWE before he was even in other promotions.
the fact that man was created the Flock with Billy Kidman and all them. Yeah, man,
Yup.
Raven needs to get a fucking Hall of Fame
Yeah.
something.
And
Fuck this.
and
Please,
it and it
please.
and it has to be said he held that mid card down for WCW for a
Him and Diamond
long
Dallas
time.
Page is like one of my favorite rivalries of all time. Like that shit is
Bro,
like one of my favorite rivalries of all time.
I used to
Like,
love seeing Raven come out and sit in the corner, man. I used to love, and the block was in the front of the. Listen, bro,
yeah, I'm
classic
telling
shit.
you, Raven is the only reason that I ever tied a jacket around my fucking
Around your
waist.
waist.
It's because of Raven, bro. I promise you. Like, I know that
The
look comes from like
block,
the
man.
Breakfast Club or whatever, but like, I
Yeah,
tied a jacket around my waist in elementary school because of Raven.
because of
Raven.
yeah. The other one is kind of fucking simple, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. And that's the Hardy Boys.
Mm.
It's like if we're gonna go kind of like modern Triple H, Michelle McCool, we might as well just put the fucking Hardy Boys in there too. Like fuck
Mm.
it, why not?
Hey,
I know they're
listen.
still wrestling and shit, but fuck it, why not? Like
Yeah.
they belong. They belong in the goddamn
When
Hall of Fame. You got
got to
active wrestlers
be
that's fucking in the Hall of Fame now. Rey Mysterio
Rey Mysterio.
got
Yep.
literally in the Hall of Fame while he was still wrestling. Like
Yep.
so, you can put the Hardy Boys in there. I would say the Hardys. that is definitely the team I would put in there if I had to. But Raven and the Hardy Boys, that's my two, like right out the
That's
gate.
good. Those are really good. Really good. I have no arguments with either one of y'all choices. I think there's a lot of room, especially like we said, Triple H is taking the head honcho seat. You're not going to see a Bray Wyatt. And if you do see a Bray Wyatt, I don't think it would be good. Another one maybe to throw in there, especially because he passed. Unfortunately, would be Sid Vicious. You want to throw him in there, get him up in there this year while it's still relevant. Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I love the Hall of Fame. I love watching it. And I love that they're
Is
still doing it in front of the crowd.
is Jazz in the Hall of Fame?
No,
No,
yeah, she's not.
no,
Nah.
For the
As
women,
far
give
as
me
women, I
Jazz.
mean, you can kind of count women. Women, I think you got Beth Phoenix, you got Alundra Blaze, you have Ivory.
The
Yeah,
Lita
Bellas are in
Trish.
the Hall of Fame.
Lita and Trish. I don't think there's a whole lot. Sensational
Bellas are in there
Sherry.
already.
Yeah, but not a whole lot. All right, that was fun. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the questions here. Let's go ahead and get to some of these topics. Now, first off, to kick this off, this is going to be a long segment and pretty much probably close out the show. But let me start here. Fuck it. Let's just start from the all right at the top shelf. We were talking about it earlier, but we about to bring it back, yo. Check it out, man. We had the Royal Rumble already, all right? We what, a week away, 2 weeks away, a week and a half to having the Elimination Chamber, figuring out who's the other one who's gonna go for the other belt. The one belt's gone, another belt's gotta get fought for. And then after that, you got about a month. You got about a month, maybe a month and a half, month and some change before we're at fucking WrestleMania, bro. Is it just me? Is it just me, SCR? Or is this shit a little bit boring this year? I don't know, man. I'm feeling like it's a little bit boring this year, bro. I've been really, really, really like thinking about it and really paying attention. There's been nights I haven't even watched Raw, bro. I'll be dead ass with y'all. I do this show, and there's been nights I haven't even watched Raw. I went back and watched all the clips online. I went back and just watched the highlights. There's a girl on TikTok who literally just goes and tells you every fucking thing that happens. She shows you pictures. She's great, phenomenal. I gotta get her and shout her out. But I don't know, man. This shit is not interesting to me. I'm bored as shit. I know Slim has talked about it a little bit. B, how you feel, man? Are we in? And I know B has a really good story for this because you shared a lot last time when we were on. But how do you feel about the Bill for Mania season so far, being a month away, damn near?
It's boring. It's boring. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I think it's too fucking predictable. That's why it's so boring. It's very fucking predictable. There's not really that much story outside of Jey Uso and Gunther and Kevin Owens. After that, it's really like everybody just fucking trying to fill a fucking spot. It's not really like anybody that you're invested in. They're trying to get us invested in this Liv, Raquel, Bianca. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I don't care either.
Let's just skip through this. Let's just get to this fucking who attacked thing. Let's get this shit over with. It's boring. You don't have story. And that's the thing. Cody is going to just fight whoever the fuck comes out the elimination.
Whoever.
No reason.
Ain't that like, fucking crazy, yo?
You're just throwing a story with Cody together. Like, it's like nothing there. It's
like nothing matters.
You put this man in such a fucking conundrum with this bloodline shit. You fucked up the whole situation. It's bad. Like I said, The Rock fucked up the story because I think he just came out of nowhere last year and fucked up everything.
Yep.
And he hasn't been fucking active in this fucking year. So it's like, bro, what the fuck did you come back for?
And
what did you come back for? It's literally just it has dragged and dragged and dragged. And I think that now it's like, who gives a fuck? And that's something that you don't want coming into WrestleMania. Somebody like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Let's just get this shit over with. That's not good.
Bro, that's fucking crazy. Slim, what you was gonna say, bro? Because I got a lot to say with what Brandon just said.
No, it's like I do agree with what B said. I think that how can I put it? The main storylines involving the WWE Championship is suffering from WrestleMania fatigue from last year. Like, think about it, like, I think we all said it. like the road to WrestleMania for Cody finishing that story was more interesting than the title reign had been. Now we've all agreed that at that time that was the hot thing to do. That's the thing. You strike while the iron's hot, and we got all the bells, literally all the bells and whistles at that mania for
Yeah.
that title win. And I think that took us back to our childhood and stamped Triple H's era and everything like that. But right now, let's look at it. Like you got to build a 2-day match card for WrestleMania, and we only have 2 matches so far. Now we're obviously invested in the underdog story of Jey Uso. That's natural. That's naturally going to ride itself out, and we are like
I don't agree. I don't agree.
and
We'll
and
get to it in a
and
minute.
and like I said, no matter what the haters say, the bigger match, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, is going to take place also. But that's only 2 matches. And it's just like Brandon was saying, it's like, okay, you want me invested in Elimination Chamber when there's only 2 possible outcomes that could actually fucking happen. Cena winning and the inevitable Seth is going to screw Punk because he hates him.
Mm-hmm.
But then what I feel like is going to happen is that
It's
we're
wrong.
going to pull. I feel like we're going to pull a la Shawn Michaels wants one more match with
Mm-hmm.
the Undertaker. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's going to be a crucial moment between Seth and Punk, and we gonna hear that Tribal Chief music. He gonna bust through that goddamn
That's what
cage
I
because
think.
there's no DQ, and
Yep.
he's gonna cost both of them the match and say fuck it. And that's how we're going to get either John Cena versus Cody, or heaven forbid they actually pull the trigger with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. I think what you just said right there is exactly what's going to happen in the Elimination Chamber because, as you see, we have the filler spots going to Damian Priest, Logan Paul, and I personally think Drew McIntyre. The craziest shit about this is I'm starting to really feel like they're going to go John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And now it's
God,
weird, man.
fucking boring. Oh God,
I'm
that's
listening.
bro. That's a
Hey,
fucking boring
B,
ass fucking.
boring ain't the fucking
Oh my.
word.
Especially since the rumor now is that it's supposed to be KO versus Randy at Mania. So
Bro,
that
Which I
takes
bet
away Randy
was
why?
gonna
Orton.
happen. I
Why
knew
they
that was gonna
wrestled?
happen.
They fucking wrestle. This is this. Listen, let me get my point up, bro. Listen, this is why I'm like I said. I've been waiting to talk about this shit, yo. First off, I got to hit. Yo. I got to hit. Right. This is gonna sound crazy, yo. Listen, I love Jey Uso, man. I've said it multiple times before. Other motherfuckers were saying. I think I've been saying Jey Uso was the hottest shit on WWE since he started the Yeet. Since the Yeet shit, before the IC title, before all of that shit, Jey Uso was the hottest shit on WWE. When he broke out and Cody brought him back, and that whole fucking crowd was, "Ugh." Jay was hot. He been hot. He been hot. Now, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. He ain't hot enough to fucking outline WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck with nobody. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Listen, this is why. Listen, just be real. Honestly. Can y'all, would y'all, we was just looking at the fucking ticket prices today. Would
Shit's hot.
y'all
Shit's crazy.
buy a fucking front row seat to watch if the match you were going to see of the night, not Roman versus Cody with this huge backstory, none of that shit. Just Jey Uso versus Gunther. Listen. Again. Yo, if you saying that is a WrestleMania caliber match, come on, man. We fucking fans of this shit
Thank you,
forever.
then. I'm gonna play.
Listen,
See,
bro.
see, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here
Okay.
because we say that now, but like I said last week, Gunther about to take that man through 10 weeks of pure T hell. Week one started. It started off. It started this past Monday. It's not gonna stop. So I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. the same people had the same feeling that you feeling when we watched Kofi Mania, the yes movement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, think about it. When we get to April and Gunther done slandered his family, done talked about his kid, done said something about everybody from High Chief Peter Maivia to friggin' the Rock's grandmama. So we get to that point, and that friggin' 60, 70, 80,000 crowd is waiting to chant yeet. And if he come down the ramp, and that's gonna go crazy, and then not trying to be funny, we know what's probably gonna happen. Gunther gonna chop the shit and beat him to an inch of his life.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's gonna
It,
destroy his ass.
Get the fuck out.
and, and
He
when
gonna
Yes.
and when
he gonna
when Jay fights back and he actually pulls it off, the fucking pop he's gonna get
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
that
be
night.
giant.
Yeah.
I think that's worth the price of admission for Saturday. I wouldn't put it on Sunday. I feel like Jay deserves. I feel like you're not because number one, you're not going to put Cody Rhodes on Saturday, the Saturday main event. He,
Hopefully
I don't
not.
care what nobody says. I don't
Well,
Hopefully
care what
not.
nobody says. The
Hopefully not.
traditional WrestleMania is you go on last on Sunday. That's
That's
how
well,
right.
you know you are the shit.
well,
That's right.
depends.
No
Depends if
doubt.
depends if that storyline fucking sucks.
But that's and Slim. I respect what you're saying, bro. You're not wrong. Like I completely understand. Like I know that my shit is is definitely an opinion, yo. I'm just saying. Even with Kofi Mania, man, the bill for Kofi Mania, it was different, yo. It was just different. Daniel Bryan had the title. It wasn't. It was a different caliber, man. Gunther alone. Gunther alone. We've already talked about it. Gunther is a fucking heel like we haven't had in a long time. He's a heel that doesn't have to be a heel. He's just a bad dude. Like he's extremely talented. He knows he's the shit. And he goes in with the type of prestige that we even had. We haven't had that shit in a long time. I can't even compare. But when it comes to Jey Uso, he is the underdog. He is somebody that everybody's loving. Everybody's loving him, and that's why he is in the spot he's in. And yeah, you're absolutely right. That pop is going to be unfucking believable, man. It is going to be crazy because I do think he's going to win the title. Like, there's no fucking doubt about it. But what I don't think I want to see, and the reason why I'm not watching Raw now, besides just seeing, I saw him come through the crowd. Like I said, I watch everything. I'm still paying attention, but him coming through the crowd and just telling the whole crowd, "You suck for saying, don't say yeet no more." Like what, you know what I'm saying? Basically, just doing the same shit he does. Am I gonna really watch 10 more weeks of that shit? Like, oh, like how much talking shit are you gonna do before there's actual story? This is the fucking championship main event, whether it be Saturday night or Sunday. If this is the story that you have leading up to your Super Bowl of wrestling, I mean, underdog or not, you got to do better, WWE. Like, get Jimmy involved. Do something that's making this legit, that's making this credible, that's making you really want to go to Jay's house and beat up his wife. I want to see this. Yo, bro, come on. Come on. You never saw that before in WWE? Fucking LA Knight wasn't just at Edge's house and shit. Or AJ Styles. Get me invested, bro. I want to see, like you were saying, like this is mania, bro. Like you were supposed to have fucking Brian Pillman with the gun on USA and them going to snow and shit.
Yo, this is he was good to commit crimes and shit.
Bro, listen, this is mania. If you think I'm gonna stand here listening to some,
like I want you to do some shit. Make
yo, it's because it's just like the underdog story. That's cool for a backlash. You feel me? Like that's cool for, and it's going to get a pop. But I'm saying like you gotta build, man.
See, they have built it. See, this isn't about. See, this is the thing. It's not about Gunther. It's about Jay. This ain't got shit to do with Gunther. This got everything to do with Jay. Y'all have been screaming to give Jay a fucking belt, the main belt, for like 5 fucking years. See, people don't, and this is the thing. Y'all been screaming, give this man a push, let this man be the face, all this shit for 5 fucking years. And now he's about to get it, and it's like, well, I don't get it. Why is this happening right now? Why is this the story?
What the fuck they want?
Because the story is already there. It's not about Gunther. It's about Jay. That's the story. That's the fuck. That's the momentum.
That sucks for Gunther, man.
They've been trying to. That's the problem is that you're now having to do this for 10 fucking weeks. That's a hard ass thing to sell.
And we just did it for Sami Zayn. It's the same shit. Yo, listen, bro. It's the same rinse and repeat shit.
But it's not
for Sami.
But it's not. See, bro. Sami didn't get going as a face until what? 2 years into the Bloodline shit. Jay been a part of the Bloodline storyline the entire fucking time. He's been rooting. They've been rooting for him to be the tribal chief, beat Roman, beat Damian Priest, just beat somebody, beat a champ, beat a guy. They've been screaming for this shit for 5 fucking years. So when people sit there and say there's no story, that's a big fucking story. It's a long, dragging 5-year story of Jey Uso finally becoming the guy.
Low key, the undertone of Jay's story is, can you rise to the occasion like Yokozuna? Can you rise to the occasion like The Rock? Can you rise to the occasion like Roman Reigns? Like, you know, like, that's the one thing I'll say about the whole Samoan thing. Like, there's a lot of pressure there.
And something else people ain't really talk about is what happens if Jay actually wins the belt. Does he now become the tribal chief? Because he's the champ. He's the head of the table now, technically.
Listen, bro. Listen, I hear you guys, man, and like I said, like the thing that's crazy. I don't disagree with what you guys are saying. I just wish that I can find more of the investment because I just can't find it this time, man. I don't know what it like. And Brandon, you hit the fucking nail in the head more than anything. You did say that it's been predictable, but you want to know something? I think there was some predictability that was happening that everybody knew was supposed to happen. That if we got it, we would have been exactly where we want to be getting into Mania right now. And yo, say it or not, it's The Rock. He was supposed to be involved in this. And I think maybe for me, that's where I guess maybe it's lackluster because everything is what could have been now. The Rock story with Roman and the bloodline and everything that's happened. And yeah, maybe I'm crying over spilled milk, what the fuck ever. Like, I'm just addressing the obvious. Like, it's there, or the elephant in the room at least. The Rock was supposed to be closing this story out, man.
To be a part of the story. Yeah.
Jey Uso became a fan favorite throughout the time, like we said, 5 years telling the story, being the main event, Jey Uso taking shit, bouncing out of it, always the comeback kid, no doubt. He was a tag team wrestler, no doubt. Nobody thought he could do it, no doubt. But the problem with Jey Uso from the beginning was he was already always, and I always said this shit, he was tied into the bloodline fucking story. Now, we saw the bloodline go back at Survivor Series, at War Games, and I said to myself, I was like, damn, are they back? Is Jey Uso going to be bigger than? And you saw Jey Uso became bigger than the fucking bloodline story at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool for him to deflect and say, fuck it, okay, I helped my brothers, and now I'm back to doing what I'm doing. But B, like you said, man, The Rock's portion of this needed to conclude this shit for it to be over. And now that it's getting passed by, at least for now, unless some miracle shit happens and The Rock pops out of one of these fucking things or pops out of Elimination Chamber, if he doesn't address Roman as, listen, you think you're the tribal chief, but you never have been. I'm High Chief Maivia. I've always been over you, and I'm the one who's implemented everything. That was the story we were supposed to get, bro, with the whole Solo shit. You know, it's looking like we're getting Solo versus Jacob, which I'm interested in. I knew that was the call, but I thought it was going to be more like Solo going back towards Roman. We might still get some shit like that. I'm sorry. You know, I always respect you as the chief. Like, we need this fucking story to be concluded, yo. And I guess that's just a big part where I'm just like, that's why everything is feeling really lackluster, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Cody. Cody is, like you guys said, Cody is up in the air. It is what it is. He's kind of on this heelish shit. And I feel like if it does wind up being Cena versus Cody, if we are getting a heel Cody versus Cena, at least it's different. At least. But if you give me some nice guy fucking Cody shaking hands and kissing babies and John Cena doing the same shit and they shaking hands, bro, I will turn fucking Mania off, bro. I won't, but I'm just saying, like, we need something, bro. We need something, man. I'm really looking forward to what's coming because it's just not there yet.
Yeah, I get it. Like I said, it's boring. It's fucking boring. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie like it's not. No, it's fucking boring. It's a boring ass, dragging ass WrestleMania trying to get. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. I have no.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it is the fucking Rock. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, and it's something else that somebody said, which is John Cena's not on TV. CM Punk's not on TV. A lot of these people. A lot of these dudes are not on fucking. Roman's not on fucking TV. It's like it's hard to sell a story.
Preach, bro.
When most of these motherfuckers aren't on fucking TV. John Cena.
That's true.
This is gonna be your last year, and you ain't even here. What the fuck?
He said he was coming back on full time. But he said that.
It's like you did the Raw, you did the Netflix show, and then you did the Royal Rumble, and then you dipped again.
That's
bro,
it.
If you had a movie to do, why the fuck did you come?
Yeah, stop playing,
what
bro.
What are we doing? That's why it also feels a little bit fucking off. It feels like what is this? We don't have the stars. We don't have the people that we need to continuously push these stories. Roman's not there. John's not there. What the fuck are we doing? I'm not invested in this because it's like I know Cena's gonna be at WrestleMania. I know Roman's gonna be at WrestleMania.
You know it.
Where the fuck are they at?
Yeah, you absolutely right. I fully agree. I was even saying the shit about Roman. I'm tired of seeing the Roman shit. He here for a second, as big as the caliber. This is Mania. Everybody should be on fucking schedule. You know, when it's holiday season in Walmart, hey, you wish your name was on there throughout the rest of the year, but that's Christmas time. You got fucking every day you schedule. You know you getting that money. It's Mania season, bro. Your ass supposed to be at work right now. But Slim, you got anything else on this topic? We're gonna jump into the next, so that kind of carries over to this as well.
Nah, man. I mean, Elimination Chamber is gonna say a lot about how you fill out the rest of the card for tonight, and there's a lot you can do with Punk. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the eliminations go in the chamber. So, but that's what I'll say about it. But I mean, if we're getting Cena versus Cody, then you either give me Homelander Cody, or for at least a 1 month period, you turn John Cena heel.
Oh, I'll be down for that shit too.
Dr. Logan,
a hell of a ride. I wouldn't give a damn if he said, "Hey, I'm gonna resurrect the NWO for God's sake," Bro. But give me something new. Give me something new.
Yeah, I fully fucking agree, man. To jump on before we jump into this motherfucker right here. I should have put his face. You Rock, I got a bone to pick with you, sir. Let me cut a promo on the Rock real quick. Check it out, buddy. I've been watching you for a long time, and you interject yourself into one of the greatest periods in WWE history, a transition between bosses. You sit in the high chair. You're the high chief, right? Where your ass at? Get on your high horse and bring it back before WrestleMania. All right, that's enough. But listen, the thing about everything that's going on, I still have faith that shit is going to get better. But it's just like we're saying right now, man, you're seeing a lot of people are talking, and it's all over the place. And you also have all of this shit going on. You got people getting released, man. We had a lot of people get released, which makes me think, we didn't get to talk about this last week, but you saw some people like, Sonya Deville, who you had Giovanni Vinci. Not for nothing. I'm not trying to hate on nobody. But it wasn't a lot of surprises on that fucking list. Maybe Sonya Deville was like the only one that was like actively kind of doing something. But these was a lot of people that was kind of just hanging out and catering. Maybe some live shows. I mean, I ain't trying to hate. Let's be real though. You want Good Brothers? I don't even know what's wrong with their situation. Them motherfuckers being WWE.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like they had something with Electra Lopez. They just gave that to Lola Vice.
Mm.
And I like the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn tag team. So like I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised when she was let go. I thought they were cooking with that one. Everybody else, Blair Davenport, yeah, like they were starting to stop at her in NXT. Good Brothers, they weren't doing anything.
At
Really
all.
surprised about Duke Hudson. I thought they were high on him at one point. Um, I feel like whatever that rumor was about Giovanni Vinci potentially flirting with Tiffany Stratton led to his release or whatever.
Oh, damn, I didn't hear
Um,
that.
Other than
Hmm.
that, I ain't gonna lie to you. The AOP thing was a bit of a surprise. I thought they had something with Karrion Cross. I didn't think they were gonna let them go.
Man,
And then
carrying.
like they never really let them shine as a quote unquote just a tag team. Like they didn't do anything with them per se. It was just like, be
Yeah, that
with
was a
Cross
weird
at all times. Like you telling me you couldn't give me the War Raiders versus AOP and they couldn't cook
Trying to
that?
say,
Like,
man.
come on.
Trying to say. Missed opportunity twice. I ain't gonna lie about that shit. AOP was good. But yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of this stuff, that's what's making me think. And I went into that to say, you get these releases, and like we were saying, like there's a lot of talent that is underutilized. Carrying Cross, I'm gonna keep preaching it. The more and more I'm seeing a Carrying Cross, and I'm not even talking about just on WWE, I'm talking about on social media. This motherfucker's on ESPN breaking bats. This motherfucker legit, yo. And he walking around in the back rooms and he's got a story invested without even having a story. He got a story. This guy is legit. How the fuck we not doing nothing with him?
Oh, it's
But
coming.
here's the he go ahead, B. What you got to say on it?
Oh, it's coming. Karrion Cross, he getting the WrestleMania match against Sammy.
Listen, man. If that's happening, I guess that's cool. But I want to see more than just that, bro. So this is one of the main things I wanted to talk about tonight. Um, we just saw the releases that happened in WWE. You just saw the release that happened in AEW. You saw Malachi Black. You saw Miro, aka Rusev. You saw Ricky Starks, aka Ricky Spartan or whatever the fuck was the name. Ricky
Thanks.
Saints.
Ricky
Hmm.
Saints,
um, we'll get used to it. That's what always happens. You bitch about it, and then it's regular.
Ricky
But
Fontaine, Pretty Ricky what they
Pretty
call
Ricky was they called
Ricky, what you call him?
him.
You also got who else was AEW? You had one other. It was one other one that got let go.
Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev, Malachi Black, and Ricky Starr. Is that it? Yeah, that might have been it, actually.
Hmm.
But you know damn well, you already saw fucking shit as they announced that they were out. Next night on NXT, Ricky Starks right there, bro, in the crowd, everything. Then he jumps in the ring on NXT. Now NXT, is it the place? Probably. Their male division is a little lackluster, I guess.
Sucks.
I'm trying to be nice. They
Night to
got some
live in.
talent though.
It's bad.
They got some talent.
It's only a few definitive stars right now besides Obafemi.
Oh, but
I'm
man,
not.
I'm loving.
I like besides Obafemi, Trick Williams. I'm not sold on Eddie Thorpe. I feel like they're forcing Eddie Thorpe at this point.
Yeah.
Like I get it. I get it. He is good. I just like I'm just not sold on Eddie Thorpe. I feel like one person they should concentrate on this year is fucking Josh Briggs.
Mm,
That's a big bad dude who
big
should
dude,
be
yeah.
he should be given the christen to use the clothesline from hell, which I think he already has from JBL. But I mean, you're right. I mean, the men's division needs work. So I mean,
Super.
Ricky Starks is going to add something to it, just like Ethan Page.
Yeah, Ethan Page was somebody that I saw in NXT who has a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, and that is a big source. Especially like we're talking in WWE, man. You got to be able to sell a story. You got to be able to get attraction, man. And I'm saying all this shit constantly because even the Undertaker. So I don't know if you guys checked out that LFG show on AEW. It's actually really good, man. I thought it was going to be similar to like a Tough Enough. It's a little bit different. It seems like these are guys who are already invested in the performance center. If you guys checked out the Roku WWE searching for a star or whatever it was, Some of the guys that are from there are on it as well. And that was another thing, you were seeing some dynamic, man. There was one in the first episode, no spoilers or anything, but it's one dude that was all on the other show, and now he's on this show, and he had gotten to like a confrontation with with Bubba Ray. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about Logan Paul earlier. And he did a promo. He was cutting his promo so they can show him how to do promos in front of Undertaker and Booker T and everybody. And when Bubba Ray first came out, he refused to shake everybody's hand. He was like, "No, I'm not shaking your hands. You don't deserve to shake my hand," on some shit like that. And the dude, he stood in the ring. He said, "Yo, fuck that, man. When you said that shit, man, I was like, man, who the fuck you think you are?" And he spoke out. And a part of me, when he was speaking out, I kind of felt like, when you're watching that worker talk about the manager or something like that, and you're like, "Oh, this motherfucker about to get fired." But then it was like the reaction, of course, from Bubba Ray. He sat there and said, "Oh, I felt that. I felt that. So you got a problem with me, don't you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got a problem with you." He was talking shit. He wasn't holding back. In my head, I'm saying to myself, like, "Man, shut the fuck up, bro. You about to mess up your opportunity." But then when he left, Undertaker, Booker T, everybody was looking, and they were like, "Yeah, nigga got a mouth on him." But it was like, he got so much talent that is, and you saw that arrogance, that cockiness, that shit right there. Bro, that's what you want to see. So now when I'm watching that show, I'm invested. I'm like, what this motherfucker going to do? This? You feel me? It's the same thing with them hip hop wives that be fighting each other. What these chicks going to be doing this week, man? I got to watch this shit now. You got to have that shit, bro. If you don't, it's boring, bro. But, yeah, man. And that's what made me start thinking also, like, is WWE just taking on too much, man? Do they constantly need to take in all of these people? Or are they supposed to be worrying about the people that they got right now that they can start building stars out of? Because at this point, I feel like everybody just got the hot seat for as long as they got the hot seat. Then you get called up to the main roster, you get lost in the shuffle. Roxanne Perez, like, I feel like she definitely got that damn spot, which is awesome. I really want to see her in the champ. She won, right? I'm making sure.
He won.
So she's gonna be in the chamber, but it's just like, I don't think she's gonna win. So it's like, it's good to see her there. But then I feel like she's gonna be kind of floating around like the other girls. Even the girls, we got mid-card titles. And it's like, I feel like even them, they losing matches and shit. I'm like, bro, y'all champions. I just don't feel like they're focusing enough on their damn talent.
I mean, low key, Roxanne got called up. Like that's her call up moment right there. She ain't going back down to NXT, I guess, unless they're gonna finish out the storyline with her and Bailey. But I mean, I think Roxanne Perez. I don't know. Call me crazy. I think Roxanne Perez is gonna have a match at WrestleMania this year.
I hope so. She's good, man. I
think
like her a lot.
I think it's gonna be on some. I think they tease. I think it's gonna be Roxanne Perez versus Nikki Bella, and like you know, not a passing of the torch, but kind of like I don't care what era you from, you don't belong with me in the ring right now. And Nikki just be like, I might be old, but I can still hang with your young ass type shit. So I
Mm.
mean, I feel like that's what they were. I feel like that's what we're gonna get. But I mean, I think the hard truth right now is, the thing is, like, NXT women's division is outshining the main rosters in
The whole fucking thing, really.
every single one.
Yeah.
And it's
Even the
like,
men.
yeah, and it's like, you would think it's kind of hard to like put all that talent and see where they're going with it, but we put Zarya in a tag team with Sol Ruka, which is kind of like the odd couple thing, which is very, very interesting.
Mm.
Stephanie Vaucour is mid card
North American
champion,
champion. Yep.
North American champion, and Julia is the main champion, and now we got Jordan Grace trying to figure out which one she wants to take on first. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's amazing.
That division is definitely stacked, man, and it's just like they're doing phenomenal. I mean, seeing these, y'all saw the one thing I did like was another one I wanted to talk about, these new dudes that just jumped in. Some people are saying, are they the Shield? Is this the Shield that's coming in here, or is this Retribution? That's fair to
I
say.
have
Similarities, right?
I have I have one gripe about this.
Okay, go ahead. Let it loose.
Since I'm probably one of the main people that actually watches NXT, like, I don't recognize in the picture. I don't recognize like the three dudes to the right, but the dude all the way to the left. The dude all the way to the right though. You trying to convince me this guy you had in the background with friggin' bifocals on, reading books for the
Reading
last
books.
Hmm.
8 months is supposed to be an assassin or whatever they're trying to tell me? You got to
Hmm.
sell me better on this.
Better sell it. Better
You
sell
got
that
to sell me
motherfucker.
better on this. Like y'all got to come and like wreck some shit. Like you
Motherfuckers
like
reading poems and shit. Now you
no,
kill
I'm just
him.
saying like
Like,
you can go back and look at you can go back and look like the early but this is before they transitioned to the CW. That dude was in the background just reading books for like 4 months.
fucking reading Shakespeare and shit. Now you gotta now you kill him. The fuck going
Yeah,
on?
I didn't know that
What
at
the fuck is
all.
happening? Yeah,
But I mean,
that shit tripped me out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck? Wait,
but I
what?
mean, my main thing is okay. You jumped Obafemi, and then apparently this past
Yeah.
Tuesday you beat down Robert Stone. You got to show me something more because I mean, don't and, like I hate when they start comparing. Don't start comparing to the Shield. The Shield came in wrecking shit and like with names. Like even though I don't like
Very
his
true.
ass at the time, Ryback was a big name. He was getting a big push.
Hell
I
yeah.
come in and I wreck. I come in and I wreck Ryback. You know, I wreck The Rock. I wreck The Undertaker. Like these are
Hmm.
people that they put down like as a unit.
I
Like they're
mean,
like don't start
the
comparing.
Shield beat the Brothers of Destruction and Daniel Bryan. You motherfuckers ain't nowhere near the
Unbelievable.
fucking Shield.
But you want to know something? The one thing that I did like, because you saw they went in when they first came out, they went in and jumped on Faxium. And that's one thing. Okay, you jumped on the tag team champions and stuff like that, and they're really good tag team champions, but they're still the tag team champions. But when I did see them come back out and attack Obafemi, and Oba didn't get any offense in, they looked a little bit more dominant. So I think it was a little bit more positive at least. You just jumped the champion. Oh, okay, wait a minute. It's a little bit more to worry about now. You're not just jumping mid-carders. Remember, Retribution was a fucking joke, bro. I mean, these guys came out. I think the closest thing to really having somebody there was jump without having to fix their damn mask all the time was when they had jumped out when the Fiend and Alexa Bliss was in the ring. But besides that, they really were just trying to break stuff and just being goofy more than anything. So I always like something new. I do always like, especially if it's like if you're jumping into like a little bit of a heel faction. Like we said, like the Shield was one of the most dominant ones that came out with that kind of way, coming out through the crowd, just kind of surprising you, circling the ring, and then just taking your ass out. Big names, what I'm saying, coming out. Everybody was thinking, oh, is this CM Punk's hire? You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know. But like we're saying, bro, NXT has just been, just back to back to back, man. The damn Bailey and Roxanne and Julia match, like they're just putting on fucking fire lately, man. And I'm interested. Y'all even got me tuning into damn NXT. But I'm over here watching Raw and SmackDown and just trying to figure out, like, damn, bro, why can't anybody get a story? Like, give somebody a story. We're in Mania season. There's a lot of people hanging out. I'm tired of the Bianca Belair, even though they're entertaining. Bianca Belair and Naomi, like we're all talking about the whole Liv Morgan and Roxanne, come Raquel, whatever. Like, come on, bro. It's no need. Damian Priest I don't know what happened to this motherfucker. At one point, Damian was like really, really, really jumping up and holding it down, but I don't know. He just feels like he's lost again. So yeah, it's just really interesting, man. We got some time to really build up some stories and see where these matches is gonna go. And please put the mid card titles back in fucking motion, bro. Shinsuke's got the US. We got to build something with that. Hopefully it's Jimmy. I'm hoping Jimmy takes that shit from Shinsuke. And then we got to build something with even Braun Breaker. And I don't want to see Sheamus. Please stop that shit already, bro. Go with somebody else.
They're doing AJ.
AJ, yeah, I wouldn't mind him and AJ. I wouldn't mind him and AJ. That's at least something different, man. But that's pretty much it, man. I mean, we missed last week, so we tried to cram a lot into this one episode. But it's just a lot going on because like we've been saying this whole show so far, it's Mania season. It's just I don't think it feels like it. I think it's still it's very slow. We did have a giant season last year, man. A lot of info got dropped on us from January all the way till the beginning of this year because of the Netflix era and everything. But now that all that shit is over, I mean, now we got to start selling the actual product, bro. the grand opening sale signs, and all that shit is over. So now we need the product to be full throttle. But guys, we about to wrap it up, man. Next week I'm thinking about maybe doing something a little different. Bring a little fun back. I'm not sure if we're gonna do like a game. Maybe we'll do like a trivia game or something like that. I might see if there's even somebody who wants to come on with us, and maybe we'll do a "Oh You Didn't Know" wrestling next week, man. I've actually been really wanting to do it. It'll give us some time before Elimination Chamber. We'll be talking about that soon too. But you guys got anything before we get out of here?
Yep. Meant to say it. Well, we were off last week, but something amazing happened. Shout out to Hiroki Goto. This man has worked for New Japan for 20 years, has done the comedy matches, mid card titles, tag titles, and last week, after 20 years of being with the company, finally won the New Japan Heavyweight Championship and got to celebrate in that ring with his daughter and his son. Because ain't nobody in the world thought he was about to beat Zack Sabre Jr. I was highly
Oh, okay.
surprised.
That was who it was. Okay. Oh, all right. Shout out to him then, man. Yeah, I don't follow New Japan like that, but hey, listen, credits where credits due, man. Especially long tenured person getting able to shine. It's always good when you see them being able to pull their kids in the ring. That shit means so much to them, and that's definitely one of the key things that got to be building these future stars. I heard when Michelle McCool was talking on that show, she was saying like Undertaker's daughter, like she loves wrestling, man. And this would be awesome. Like one day we're gonna be our old asses gonna have a lot more gray hairs watching the Undertaker's daughter up in the ring, probably still talking about it and shit. And it's really cool to see that, man. So yeah, hats off to him, man. Glad he did it. I don't really I don't know, besides Elimination Chamber coming up, I don't really know of anything else that's really going on. Any other wrestling going on, Slim?
Um, AEW Revolution, March 8th, I believe, is coming up in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, March 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moxley versus the rated R superstar Cope.
Big Cope.
It'll never sound right.
We're most likely getting Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita. Also,
The way they
looks
tease
like
that
we're
match
gonna get.
tonight, it's kind of like it's gonna probably be like a triple threat with like Orange Cassidy too. It's like that shit. I guess you could do that, but
We're also probably gonna get Hangman versus MJF.
Yeah,
Looking
they
pretty
announced
good.
that.
And I ain't gonna lie, the most exciting thing, and I hate to effing say it, besides MJF and Swerve right now, is we hurt people. We hurt people. Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley have reinvigorated that goddamn tag team division, and I'm here for it. Like, they've got like this strong style thing mixed in with a lot of strikes and technical stuff, and like that's the best tag team right now since I've seen FTR take over years back. So I mean, hate to say it, but maybe they are better off in AEW.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of like we were saying today, we're talking about WWE, and like I said, Michael Cole was even on there, and he solidified this motherfucker been there for 30 years and said exactly what Vince McMahon always said: this ain't wrestling, we entertainment company, and we know it, motherfucker. We watch, we paying attention. That's why we're always saying these stories are so damn important, right? These stories are important, bro.
I really know that.
This ain't AEW or New Japan where people watching just for the match. You want to see a 5-star classic with motherfuckers doing spot for spot. Nah, Undertaker just said it too. No, as a matter of fact, you know who said it? Brock Lesnar said it. And Brock Lesnar said, "Listen, it's time to start paying attention to how you can be the next top guy and put some asses in seats instead of just thinking about your next spot. And I definitely get that. Hopefully, don't be giving that advice if you're over here fucking up yourself. But I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Brock, that was Brian Beeline. That was not us.
Come on. I mean,
you better have
I would love to. So sorry. I'll be recording that shit.
Fuck that.
Nah, but hey, listen. That's something else we kind of I haven't really heard anybody talking about it. But yeah, Vince McMahon got acquitted of all of that shit. He's not under investigation, none of that no more. Vince McMahon beat him again, bro.
Business partners with the president. What do you expect?
Shit's crazy, man.
I mean, his wife
is like the president of the United States is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. I was thinking I should have showered the other day. I was like, fucking crazy world. Yeah, for real, yo. Yeah. The president is a fucking Hall of Famer in WWE. That's wild. Yeah. Vince McMahon got acquitted. Vince McMahon ain't under investigation. He's like, he's strutting. But listen, bro. It's WWE. We love wrestling. We're gonna keep watching it, and we're gonna be here. Next week, we're gonna try to have a game for you guys. Bring a little fun. And then of course, we're gonna be off to the ranks. Hopefully we get a little bit more. I'm definitely still watching, some stuff. I saw Ricochet in AEW too. I kind of like his little dynamic he's got going. A little more interesting than he was in the past. I'll give it to him. But B, what you got, bro? You got anything coming up, man? I know you're still on your shows and still killing it.
Yeah, probably do a top 10 list soon. Either Jeff Hardy or RVD. I do not know. Probably one of them. Probably both of them. I don't fucking know.
Good one.
Yeah, and I still gotta do like my top 100 matches. I'm still gonna try to do that one.
Man, that's gonna be long.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be damn near impossible to do.
You got to do a lot of research for that shit, bro. Because you got to rewatch stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm probably gonna do that shit like at the end of the year. I'm not gonna do that shit now, but like, yeah. But that's like every match I ever loved, like because I was like on Twitter today and they had the Kurt Angle Undertaker match. I'm like, that's like fucking top tier greatness.
When he threw the milk all on his bike and shit, American Badass Undertaker.
Nah. This is what No Way Out 2006. For the world, which shit is one of the best matches you've ever seen.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Every time he says something, I think about like, damn, I gotta go back and watch it and shit.
That shit ended in a goddamn draw.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I don't remember at all.
They never ran that shit back.
It was supposed to be at WrestleMania, and Vince was like, "No, I don't want you to lose your streak." It was like, "What the fuck? You should have did it."
Shit. Hey, listen.
That was the wrestling machine Kurt Angle. Jesus.
That match
yeah.
That match
Kurt was a beast, man.
That shit was good.
Kurt was a beast back in the day, man. But all right, well, good shit, bro. I can't wait to see it, man. I love like lists and stuff like that, like seeing countdowns and stuff like that. Speaking of lists, guys, we're gonna be back tomorrow. We got the entertainment show returning. Definitely gonna have a brand new top 5. We're definitely gonna have a watch list for you guys next week. We had a lot of fun with the cartoon showdown. It was a lot of fun. I got some clips coming, man. I've been back and forth being sick and everything like that, trying to get these jobs and stuff like that. So I've been working a little bit, but no excuses. We're gonna get that shit done for you guys. Guys, if you haven't already, please, one more time, go ahead, head over to YouTube and like and share and subscribe. And definitely go ahead and follow Slim, STR Slim at TikTok. Go ahead and follow Brandon's New Show. You can go follow Brandon's New Show on TikTok, Instagram. Follow these guys, man. We're definitely, trying to get everybody more attention. That's what we do, man. We on the show. We want to be seen. But we're also building heavy on Twitch. So if you see me on Twitch, man, I'm definitely really, really building my Twitch. I want to start talking to the chat, like Kai Sanat and them and shit. I want to talk to the chat every day. But trying some new things, man. Why not? It's a year. It's a year to keep going. But until next time, y'all, stay true, stay positive, pay attention. I will see the STR Nation next Wednesday. And we out of here, guys. Peace out. People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for, everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats, to glasses, to cups, to sweatshirts, to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go!